Good evening. My name is Teresa Boyd. My presentation is on how literacy became a powerful weapon. I would like to start with a quote of mine from Nelson Mandela. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. This is this is what's on my classroom door and something that holds deep within me. This is something that I share with my students as we start the school year. So I'm going to start with, what is literacy? Well, when we define it, it is commonly defined as the ability to read and write. So that means it's within everyone, as we assume. So back in the 1800s, whether you're white or black, you have the ability to read and write. In the United States, Southern plantation owners, especially the white ones, did not want the colored people or people of color to read and write. They put in place what was called the anti-literacy laws. These laws were made prior to the Civil War. These all would affect anyone who was a slave, who was a free man, and if you are a person of color. They were permitted, however, to read certain scriptures within the Bible. As you can see, those were limits as well. Southern plantation owners used these laws to dehumanize and control the black population. On a funnier note, I guess we should say, they were illiterate themselves. So I'm taking it as they did not want the people of color to be better than them. Well, this was just, gearing up for a rebellion or for something to happen because the slaves, people of color, freedmen, they were against these laws, especially a man by the name of David Walker. He actually wrote a pamphlet. It was titled The Appeal to the Colored Citizen of the World. In this pamphlet, it denounces slavery and racism. Walker wanted to instill pride in its black readers and give hope that change would come someday. Someone who believed in that was Nat Turner. Nat Turner was a former slave himself. He was able to read, unlike others. But because of this, he started the 1831 rebellion. It questioned the Declaration of Independence. In there is a piece that states all men are created equal. Well, thinking like Walker and Nat Turner, if all men are created equal, don't I deserve the same rights as whites? Don't we colored people deserve that too? So the slave owners, they were fearing that if blacks were able to read and write, they were more likely to escape and go off to freedom. If a person was found reading, they would receive 20 lashes. If a white person was found assisting a person of color learning how to read or write, they would get approximately be fined $100 and serve 2 months in jail. That was just across the board. Each state had its own actual punishment, but people like Margaret Douglas, she felt, everybody should read and write. She had her daughter helping her slaves to read and write as well. So when I think about African American history, I think about how literacy holds a special resonance because of the widespread of suppression in learning how to read and write.